As a lot of people know, there was a huge crash here in the market. You know, there was it caused a lack of confidence in people. There was a bad reputation in the market, and there was a need for Siesta to communicate to people abroad that, you know, that we were a serious company, that we had a good reputation. We weren't one of these fleeting companies that are here today, gone tomorrow. And that's extremely difficult to do in a market which has virtually no barriers to entry. You know, anyone can set up a real estate company or start developing. There's no barriers to entry. And so we wanted to communicate, as I said, our long-standing reputation. You know, how best to represent ourselves to someone who's sitting in a living room, doesn't know the difference between us, Siesta, and another company called Fiesta. For all they cared, we could be the same thing. So that was very important, and the best way of transmitting our core values and showing to people that, you know, our unique services, our 360-degree service, that we were major players on the coast. The best way really to communicate that was through video. I can't think of any other way of doing that. And it worked really, really well, because when we communicated with people through our telemarketing team, you know, it was almost like people knew us. They'd seen the videos, they'd seen the testimonials, and immediately there was that connection. And I just don't think you can do that just through a few still images on a nice looking website. As I said, anyone can build a website and start their company up here in Spain, and there's no barriers to entry. Whereas with a video, you could see the whole product, the whole life of Siesta, and it just really, really worked well. As a marketing manager, a major part of your job, it's having to deal with providers, chasing them, having them to get them to get things done on time, meeting deadlines, making sure they don't forget things. And, you know, the holy grail, as it were, is finding someone who just, you give them a brief and they get on with it and they do it. That's impossible to find, but within that, Séptimo have pretty much reached the highest level that I've ever experienced with a provider. And I'm not saying that just to please them, but it really is true. I'm extremely fussy, to the point that I will get people to repeat things often. And something that I found with Séptimo is when you give them a brief, they're pretty much spot on. They come back pretty much spot on. And that's so important for me, because afterwards there's a tiny bit of post-production work, but relatively little. And it just really makes my job a lot easier. I wish all my providers could be the same. We've found that using video for different aspects of our business has been really quite effective. I was really quite astounded to see how versatile video is. You know, whether it's trying to sell our business, our products online, to doing even a charity event, an award ceremony. You know, it's been absolutely amazing and very versatile. In terms of results, I mean, there's no better way of selling a dream, selling a vision than video, especially when you're located thousands of miles away in a completely different country. If I could sum up Séptimo Pixel, apart from their professionalism, I would say that their ability to take a brief and run with it and just transfer it into a tangible product which is effective is ultimately, you know, the quality that I wish a lot of my other providers had. You could seriously just leave it in their hands and it will come back pretty much done with very little post-production work. And that is really, you know, if I could sum up that's what I would highlight the most.